Hey guys! So, yeah, I'm really doing this. Yeah, I know I have to say that right off the bat because you guys are all, like, right there, and you can already see this. But, this was something I watched one of the Yogscast members do a video about, and I thought it was just about the funniest thing I've ever seen. These things make me laugh really hard, which is a good thing lately because Darkovika is not in a good place, guys. Things have been, really bad for me. So, yeah. So, I'm not actually going to play anything just yet, or maybe I will. What I'm really going to do, I want to ask you guys. You know what? Let's go ahead. I'll explain as I go. I don't freaking know. Oops. I've already played through all of this, so I know, like, the best things and what's hilarious and what's really awkward. And there's something that I really want to aim for, because it's just it's so damn funny. And I haven't seen it yet. It's so funny I'm laughing right now. So, this is supposed to be a Harry Potter spoof. I'll try to explain the characters as I get to them. I don't know. There we go. Dark-a-lot. Darky. There we go. Yay! I don't know. Darkovika. Even though I feel really awkward putting that. Darkovika, Dark-a-lot. Yep. That'll do it. I like that one. I like that one. I think the one it was on was supposed to be white, but it looked like pink. Oh, well, my name is, like, Dark-a-lot, so I have to have, black hair. This is a bit wide-eyed. It's a 3.4? What? Did they do that? Whoa. The things you learn. Here's a pink. Don't ask me why I really want that pink. Oh, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Okay, well, whatever. Oh man, I'm gonna be albino. I guess we'll just go with that. Okay. So, right, let's go ahead. It all started about 3 years ago on my 13th birthday. I was playing tag in the back garden with my friends, but when I tried to jump out of the way of the girl who was chasing me, I jumped so high that I flew all the way over the hedge. At first, I couldn't believe it was real. No one else could either. Within a few minutes, they'd all convinced themselves that nothing unusual had happened. And the next day, a strange old woman showed up at my doorstep to offer me the choice for my future. And now, here I am, 16 and on my way to Iris Academy, an actual school for magic. So basically, for 3 years, she just kind of had to sit around and just be like, wow, I do magic. I can't learn it yet, because I'm only 13, so I have to wait 3 years. That's interesting. The school lies in a hidden valley in the Green Mountains, about 150 miles from my home in New Hampshire. My parents drove me out here, but we've already said our goodbyes, and I asked them to drop me off at the outskirts of the school grounds so I could walk the rest of the way on my own. I know Dad would cry and make a fuss over me before letting me go, and I didn't want my new classmates to see me for the first time looking like that. So basically, this is kind of important to the story because later on we see something really depressing. Look at that, look at that. Okay, honey, you're going to a boarding school. Let me give you the money that you'll be able to spend. Thanks, Dad! $5! Actually, I'm surprised Dad agreed. He's always been a little overprotective. But yeah, see, that's also important. Because her parents start to act a little funny later on, but it's only, like, slightly. Like, they're not, like, acting really bizarre, like, out of the way bizarre. It's just a tiny little thing that's super dark and depressing and really sad. Maybe he's finally recognizing that I'm not a little kid anymore. Maybe. Anyway, it means I have to carry my own suitcases, which contain all that I have to my name for the next 9 months. Not many clothes, because we'll be wearing school uniforms all the time. Oh, that was a bad place, John. Whew. Sorry about that. But I have some books, pictures of my friends and family, and decorations for my new room. Here we go. There it is, up ahead. The campus looks more like a very posh boarding school than a home for wizards and witches. Pretty buildings, lots of trees, and wide open spaces. Summer is still lingering here. The leaves haven't yet started to turn. Oh yeah, by the way, for those of you who don't know what this is, because I didn't explain, this is like a visual novel. If any of you have seen Hatoful Boyfriend, this is just like that. I don't want to play Hatoful Boyfriend because it just looks so silly. This is a dating sim, and these things, they crack me up. I love dating sims because they're so damn funny. I'm like, no one talks like that, no one acts like that. That doesn't happen in real life. Watch, you'll understand what I mean. I walk a little faster, feeling slightly too warm in this long robe and cape. Also, if you guys want me to read these in a British accent, I can do that, and I will do so for this one. Flower beds and arches stretch out around me. So many doors and windows, and they all look the same. There are 3 residential halls for girls and 3 for boys. I've been accepted to the horse hall, which is for adventurous girls, whatever that means. Okay, I'm gonna go back to normal because I feel silly. The other 2 girl halls are the butterflies, who are probably girly girls, and snakes. I'm not sure who would want to be a snake. I'd much rather be a horse. Unfortunately, I'm not sure exactly where Horse Hall is. I have a letter about freshman orientation. Where did I put it? I look down at my suitcases while I walk, trying to remember which pocket I stuck the letter into, when suddenly, alright, here comes Bachelor number 1, who is particularly my favorite because he is damn hilarious, and he is one of the events that I'm going to shoot for. Professor Snape! I bump into someone. Oops, sorry. He's an older man in school robes with no hall symbol on them, which means he's probably a professor. This is not a good impression. Oh, excuse me. Sorry, sir. He's British, so. A new student, I see. And what might your name be? He has a lovely voice, dark and rich with a refined British accent, and he doesn't seem to be too angry with me. I relax. Yeah, that doesn't look angry. I relax a little. Darkovika Darkolot, sir. I just got here and I'm not sure what I'm sorry, this is so hilarious. My voice trails off as I notice he's no longer looking at me. Instead, he's paging through the large book he was carrying. Miss Darkolot. Wild seed. How unsurprising. Wild? More than likely a complete waste of my time. You've no idea how much you've been given and you'll throw it all away. He scribbles something into the book, then slams it shut. 10 demerits, not a promising start. What? Pay more attention to your studies than you do where you are walking, Miss Darkolot, or you'll find yourself expelled from this academy before the new year. Yeah, this guy is basically like a slightly more attractive Professor Snape because his hair isn't greasy. With a snap of his wrist, he wraps his cape around him and stalks away. I haven't even started school yet, and already one of my teachers hates me. After a bit of looking around, I found the way into the girls' dormitories and located my hall. There are 9 doors in this hall, only one of which is labeled bathroom. If each bedroom has at least 2 girls in it, I hope it's a big bathroom. My own letter informed me that I would have 2 roommates, but didn't tell me their names or anything else about them. I haven't seen anyone wearing a horse insignia. All I can do is find my room and wait for them to show up. We're about to meet 2 more, I guess, quote-unquote bachelors. They're bachelorettes. Here it is, room 3. I open the door and pick up my suitcases. This game is actually surprisingly very, I guess, all for the gays. So, like, everyone is bisexual, basically, in this game. Walking inside, I find a fairly ordinary-looking bedroom. No skulls or drippy candles or blacklight posters on the walls, no incense or crystals anywhere, unless they just haven't had time to unpack yet. A girl who had been sitting on one of the beds stands up. Bachelorette number 1. Hello? You're a horse! I didn't mean that the way it sounded. Hi, I'm Darkovika. Are you my roommate? One of them. I'm Ellen. That's Virginia's bed, but she went out to talk to somebody. Nice to meet you. Where are you from? Virginia. The state, I mean. I'm not sure where Virginia the girl is from. Oh my god. This is so stupid. I tilt my head. You don't have much of a southern accent. It's not far south. It's not that far south, and my family wasn't from there. What about you? New Hampshire, not too far from here. Are all those books yours? Yeah. There aren't any computers here, so I brought my old encyclopedias, and those are textbooks for the classes I would be taking this year at my other school if I hadn't left. You must be a really good student. Not really. I probably won't even open them, but I didn't know what I'd need, and I didn't want to need something and not have it. Those books are everything I could find out about magic, the real kind, now that I know it's real. Yeah, isn't it great? We're going to be witches, just like in the movies. Oh good, you're wild seed too. What does wild seed mean? It means your parents weren't magic, so you're like a wildflower. This is Bachelorette number 2. Okay. In the spoof of Harry Potter of things, this is Ron, this is Hermione, basically. She holds out her hand for me to shake. My family's all magical, so I always knew I'd be a witch. I'm Virginia. She's a pretty strong grip. Darkovika, pleased to meet ya. Oh, pleasure to meet ya. Is it a problem being wild? I met a professor and he was sort of rude about it. Professor, shaggy black hair, big nose. Yeah, I sort of bumped into him. Oh no! Now you'll be on Grabby's blacklist. The professor grabs girls? No, that's his name. Professor Grab. Oh my god. Okay. Sorry. He hates me. He hates everybody, so it doesn't make much difference. Don't worry about it. Nobody cares if you're born witch or not. Not really. And everybody's everybody's scared of Grabby. He's a monster. William warned me about him. Who's William? My bigger brother. He's a senior. Donald's a freshman like us. They're in Wolf Hall. But enough about boys. What sports do you play? What do you like? I like softball, but I'm better at volleyball. Good strong arms. Me, I prefer soccer. What about you, Darkovika? I guess I'm mostly best at track. I like to run. Your legs, her arms, and my fighting spirit. We're the total package. Go horses! Are there sports teams for wizards here? Not exactly. There's bounders, but that's not a real sport. And there is a gym, and we could start our own sports teams if we have to, right, Darkovika? I guess? Sorry, I'm rolling you over, aren't I? I'll let you unpack. Come on, Ellen, I'll introduce you to my brothers. Huh, okay. I want to meet them too, because we're going to meet the last Bachelor, because there's 5 of them. So we met Grabby, Virginia, Ellen. Oh, no, I'm sorry, we haven't met the last one yet. This is the 4th one. There's 5. I want to meet them too. The only wizard I've met so far was that horrible professor. I can unpack later. I hate unpacking too. I made my mom do it. What? How'd you... Oh, okay, I see. Shall we? Do you still want me to come? Why wouldn't I? Come on. Virginia leads us unerringly through the maze of school hallways to one of the boys' sections. Need a hand, ladies? No, I'm just looking for... Bang. Suddenly, a water balloon flies out of an open door and smacks into the side of Virginia's head. Donald! Yes! Perfect shot! That's the next Bachelor. Virginia's brother. They're the same age. He's basically a combination of Fred and George. This one is a twin. He is a female twin somewhere in the school. I think. And then this is Donald, and he's basically like a combination of Fred and George. The 2 boys exchange high fives. This is my brother Donald, the complete dork. You are going to be in so much trouble. What are you going to do, urchin? Tell Mom on me? She's not here. I don't have to do anything. You'll end up in detention by the end of the week just by being you. Look at me, I'm all wet. Well, you're a witch now, right? Magic yourself dry. Come on, Luke. Donald returns to his room, followed by the other boy, who bumps into the doorframe briefly on his way out of sight. V, is that you? Hey, V, all moved in? Are you wet? This is her older brother. He is not an option because he is totally and completely gay. Thanks to Donald and his new best friend. Aw, poor thing. Here, let me. He holds out his hand and a gust of hot air blows through the corridor, melting away the droplets of water that clung to Virginia's hair. You guys are going to notice that all the hairstyles are the same for everyone, including guys and girls. So guys and girls have the exact same hairstyles, which is why he has a ponytail. Aren't you going to introduce us? Right. Guys, this is William, my good brother. Virginia grabs Ellen's hand and drags her forward. And these are my new roommates, Ellen and Darkovika. It's a pleasure to meet you. You too. You keep an eye on V now. She's a little scamp. She'll get you into trouble. Is that your nickname? V? No, that's just what William calls me, which is better than what Donald calls me. I use my whole name. It's not that long. You guys should probably run along. Freshman orientation is tomorrow, and you'll have a busy week ahead of you. Not to mention initiation. Initiation? You'll find out. I suppose he's right. We should get back to our room. I still have to unpack. Tomorrow we start learning magic. I'll keep going. At 9 a.m. on Monday morning, all the freshmen are gathered in the gymnasium, wearing capes and robes just like me, but they're not completely like me. One boy has furry ears and a long, fluffy tail. It's a furry! How did we know one would be in here? One girl has glittery wings. And that girl looks like a vampire. Is that what it means to be a born witch, being something other than human? Virginia looks normal, but she could be hiding something under her robes. No, that's just silly. The muttering and shuffling of students drops off as someone steps up to the podium. Hello, my little flower buds. Welcome to Iris Academy. I start to applaud, but freeze as I realize that no one else is. Then Virginia, beside me, picks up the clapping loudly. Soon the whole room is cheering. I love this lady. She's psycho. The witch holds up her hands, and the room settles back into silence. My name is Professor Potsdam, and I will be one of your instructors in the ways of magic. There are only 2 instructors at this school. There are 2 teachers total in the school, so... For some of you, this is the beginning of an adventure such as you never imagined. For others, this is only the next step in a journey you've been expecting all of your lives. At Iris Academy, we teach spelling using the pentachromatic system, which is this. Red magic is forceful, but not necessarily violent. Blue is the color of transformation and change. Green is the color of life and the world of plants and animals. White magic affects the mind and spirit, and black magic is contained within physical objects. Your palette should contain at least a few dabs of every magical color, but a beautiful painting doesn't need every shade. It's style that matters. You all have different strengths, different talents. Here at Iris Academy, we embrace that diversity and tailor your education to your needs. Choose your schedule to focus your personal talents. Don't try to become a reflection of your classmates. Follow your own star, wherever it may lead you. That is the way in which you are all alike. You each have your own future, and I know you'll make us proud. Her starry-eyed way of speaking reminds me a little bit of my old school's guidance counselor, but she certainly seems nicer than Professor Grabner. I wonder which classes she teaches. You have been divided into halls to help you make friends with classmates who share similar interests. For the girls, we have the adventurous horses, the charming butterflies, and the mysterious snakes. Each group claps as their name is called, the horses louder than the others, or perhaps that's just because I'm sitting with more of them. For the boys, we have the daring wolves, which is where Donald and William are, the elegant falcons, which is where the next of our bachelors is, and the eldritch toads. I'm not sure what eldritch means, it's a Lovecraftian word, but toads sound even worse than snakes. I hope you'll all become good friends, not just in each hall, and not just in your year, but throughout the whole academy. But most importantly, I hope you'll get to know and trust your roommates, so that by the end of the year, you're able to work as a team for your final exams. And I know you're all looking forward to your exams. Yes, the audience, predictably, groans. The exams are a lot of fun. For testing purposes, your instructors will regularly set you practical challenges in the school dungeons. The school has dungeons. Each task has many possible solutions. You will need to make creative use of the spells you've chosen to learn. So think ahead about what might be useful and how. Okay, are you all ready for magic? Open up your diaries and begin penciling in your schedule. Alright. So here's where I'm going to stop for today. I'm going to explain how the spells, or how the magic classes work. I need to choose which classes to attend this week. There are classes for each kind of magic, plus general study, which sounds boring. Actually, no, I'm not going to stop here. And gym class, which I've always liked. I can also schedule free time to relax and unwind. Ah, shit. Okay. No, I am going to have to stop. Alright. For most of my life, my classes have been planned out for me by my school. It wasn't until last year that I got to make any choices at all. Cantonese, French, or Spanish. Physics, chemistry, or biology. Still, everyone had to have the same number of classes and they all started and ended at the same time. You couldn't get out of it. If I could choose whatever schedule I want here, what would happen if I never went to class at all? Would they really let me get away with that? What should I do this week? Alright. Really quickly, I'm gonna save. I have a lot of saves, by the way. I save obsessively. I'll save that one. Alright, I'm gonna save there, but I am going to do a couple things and then... okay, we're just gonna do the first 2 days. Doesn't matter what classes I choose. Not really. Alright. I'll explain. Okay, the reason I'm saving here is because depending on who you guys want me to do, I am going to change this and I'm going to sleep the entire week. But that depends, okay, on who you guys want me to pursue. So let's go ahead and do this. The first two classes are important. So we have Blue Magic. This is one of his classes. Professor Grabner. Mile about all you like. Oh, excuse me, he's British. Mile about all you like. It's your own time you're wasting. I have no objections to failing the lot of you at the next exam. A flurry of robes as students scramble for seats. Here you will be learning the subtle art of blue magic. At least some of you will. I thoroughly expect this subject to go over some of your heads. Blue is the color of change, that is, altering what is already there, not creating, not destroying. It is commonly used in conjunction with other magical styles in order to perform alchemic transmutations and other alterations of essence. Blue magic can also be used to change the effects of an existing spell, to cast or dispel illusions, or to change locations without movement through intervening space. For a skilled blue magician, reality is fluid. All things can be changed, yet few minds are capable of grasping the true range of possibilities. Will be see what you're worth. Okay. I should have had... No? I return to my room and flop on my bed. Yeah, this is what I was expecting. Alright, so blue magic is essentially, it works in conjunction with a lot of other spells, and it also, like, transforms things. Like, you can transform a stone into a bridge, or whatever. So it's transformation. Ellen's already here, sitting at her desk. Hi, Darkovika. What did you think of class today? Isn't it exciting? It's okay, I guess. It's not really what I expected. I thought we'd be waving wands and reading old scrolls. Something like it'll take a while before we could do anything big, but I guess that's why we have school. I like it better this way, starting off with the theory behind the magic. It makes it into something real, something I can use instead of just a dream. I've spent my whole life dreaming about something like this happening to me. I wondered if that's what makes a wild seed talent wanting it so bad. I wondered if that's what makes a wild seed talent, wanting it so badly. What about you? No, I didn't really think much about magic growing up. I saw it in the movies and it looked like fun, but it wasn't something that mattered to me. I'm not super smart or creative. I haven't liked fairies since I was 8. I never wanted to be a goth. I was totally surprised when I found out I could be a witch. I guess my theory was wrong. I couldn't think of any other reason this would happen to someone like me. Well, it's random, right? Wild means we got lucky. Even when it's supposed to be random, usually some people are more likely to get picked than others. I stretch out on my bed, enjoying the feeling of having my feet free from shoes and stare at the ceiling. Anyway, it can't only happen to people who really, really want it, or we wouldn't have to make the choice. That's true, but I can't imagine what sort of person would say no. The choice is basically choosing to be to be a witch or a wizard, or going back to normal. And the reason you would want to choose going back to normal is because you have to let go of your friends and family, and basically you can't talk about magic with anyone. Not your family, not your friends, if you're Wild Seed. If you're not Wild Seed, you can talk about magic with your friends. But if you're Wild Seed, you can't talk about anyone. You can't, like, talk about magic with your family at all. That's true, yeah. I don't know. It's not a very interesting ceiling now that I look at it. I suppose most ceilings aren't very interesting, but I never spent much time staring up at mine at home. After school, I'd be playing games or hanging out with friends or doing homework or watching television. I didn't go to bed until I was ready to sleep. Should we decorate the ceiling? What? The ceiling? It's so boring. We could paint it like a sky with clouds, or maybe cover it with stars and make them glow, or put posters up there or something. I don't want something over my head while I'm sleeping. What if it fell down? I guess you'd wake up with a poster on your face. I don't know, it's just an idea. If you wanted to cover the whole ceiling, you should probably ask Virginia what she thinks. It's her room too. What about what you think? Well, I don't want something that will fall or make a mess. If you tried to paint the ceiling, it might drip all over everything. If you learned enough blue magic, you might be able to use that to decorate with illusions. That's a really good idea. Thanks. What would you want to make it look like? Something pretty. I don't know, something pretty or relaxing, I guess. The sky, flowers, and ocean. Maybe you could have a whole aquarium screensaver thing up there. Okay, that gave me cute. If I put something interesting, I probably would have gotten weird. That sounds cute. I have no idea how to do that yet, though. There's no rush. The school year is only just beginning. Okay, now this was why I really wanted to keep going, because we're about to meet the 5th bachelor. There don't seem to be any teachers assigned. What? There doesn't seem to be. I don't know that syntax. There don't seem to be any teachers assigned to the gym, just a bunch of equipment that everyone can use. I see several large rubber balls. If I can organize some people together, maybe we can play prison ball. Well, hello there. And then this is him. I turn to see who's speaking. Who or what is that? That is Damien. He's just like a student, but I'm sure I didn't see him at orientation. I would have noticed. I'm pretty sure this is the thing this is what he likes. Why do you have wings? If that's not a rude question. He chuckles. You're new at this, aren't you? Huh? He takes a step closer to me, wings extending slightly to catch the air. You've never seen anyone with wings before. No, I'm sort of wild seed, and a lovely blossom you are. I guess he's like Draco? I guess? I don't know who he's supposed to be, honestly. But really, I don't know how things work. Is that normal for born wizards to have wings? Normal? I'd rather not have you think of me as anything so ordinary. Wings can be merely a fashion statement. They're available at the local store if you'd like your own. You can buy wings? Are you teasing me? Yes and no. You'll have to discover the truth for yourself. My name is Damien. And you are? Darkovika. He takes my hand and bows over it, wings fluttering behind his back. I wish they were bigger. I like big wings. These things are so teeny tiny. A pleasure to meet you. Damien. That's a sort of unfortunate name, isn't it? Especially with those things. Wings. People might think you were a devil. I'm sure you know better than to judge by appearances. You don't know me. I know the important things. You're a freshman student, an innocent young woman caught up in a world you don't understand. You're dazzled by sights you never thought possible and completely unaware of the dangers you might face. What dangers? You could lose your mind here, or your life, or worse. Not everything is as it seems, especially your teachers. What should I do? Be cautious. Attend at least the first lecture for each style of magic as soon as possible. Pay attention to what they'll tell you and what they don't, and don't believe everything you hear. That's not entirely helpful. You'd better get on with your physical training. You'll need your strength next week. What happens? Next week. You'll find out. He winks at me and walks off the sports equipment office, taking Jim. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. Because that basically covers everything. And yes, I had a character named Gwendolyn Tennyson. Okay, I'm going through a Ben 10 phase. What just happened? Oh, it does this. Okay, don't worry, I'll go back and do it myself. Oh no, I loaded! Fuck! Okay, shit! Alright. I do that all the time. Those of you watching were like, you're going to load game, what are you doing? No! Yeah, alright, well, whatever. I didn't miss that much. I was gonna go back anyways. Okay, whatever. So, yeah, no, it worked out. It worked out. Okay, so yeah, that's Damon. Okay, whew, that sucked. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the title, so we have this. The only person not here is Professor Grabner, who, by the way, is freaking hilarious. But yeah, so these are the bachelors. We have Ellen. I think her name was Ellen. Damien, who I personally don't want to do because his story is kind of depressing, but it's fine. Then we have Virginia, and then we have Donald. And I have not done these three, and I haven't finished Professor Grabner's. But I am going to do at least one of his scenes, because it's really funny. Also, that looks incredibly painful. I don't think that's possible for a hand. Let me know. So yeah, so tell me what you guys want me to do. Let me explain the other schools of magic really quickly. Red is basically attack. You can do things like shoot fireballs. White is spiritual. It's not like white magic, like healing. It's actually something to do with like spirits, and it's kind of cool. Green magic is exactly what it sounds like. It's plants. It's the ability to grow things or poison things. Black is not bad. Black is the ability to like move things or affect objects, I think it was. I'm trying to remember some of the spells. I can't. Fudge. Okay. Oh, whatever. That's black. And I'm missing. Oh, yeah, blue. We already learned about. Ow! Blue. So, strength and smarts are important. Smarts affects how much magic you have, which I may cheat that because there's a Python console, which basically means I can affect the code in the game. Give myself cheats, which I may do, depending on who you choose. Yeah. I think that basically covers everything. Oh yeah, and strength is my health. Demerits, if I get 50, I get expelled. Stress, if I get to 50, everyone starts getting worried about me. and I think I could die if I get to 100. I don't know, but I've never reached 100. But stress is easily managed. So I will let me know what you guys want me to do. His is like the really serious, like awkward one. I'm gonna feel really awkward playing his because he's really dramatic. I don't know about theirs. He's funny. I kind of like. I like Donald. I really like Donald. I haven't done his though, so I don't know what happens. I know I know what I have to do to get his path, but it's gonna be confusing. So let me know, guys. Yeah, I think that actually covers everything. So talk to you later.